Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about 7 steps to use to heal emotional trauma. How can we heal emotional trauma? Emotional trauma that we probably have gained from our childhood, with the relationship that we had with our parents, other family members, friends, relatives, and maybe also in romantic relationships we probably have created trauma, right? So first step to healing emotional trauma is to recognize that we have a problem. We need to be aware of the problem that we have. We need to name the disorder we have. So we might need help with this. Maybe you might need a counselor or a therapist or someone to diagnose your problem. But if you're not able to do that, you need to try to recognize your problem and to be aware and accept that you have a problem. And the way you're going to do that is to learn about this problem. Where did it come from? Try to figure out if it came from childhood or maybe a romantic relationship. So the first thing we need to do is to identify the problem that we have. We need to be aware of this disorder. We need to accept that we have this problem, that we are codependent, that we have depression, that we have anxiety, that we are traumatized by an event, that we suppress our emotions, whatever it is. Maybe you sabotage yourself in relationships, at work, whatever. Or you're passive aggressive, or you're really angry all the time, or you need anger management. Whatever your problem is, you just need to recognize the problem and be aware and just accept that there is a problem. That's the first step. And the second step is to feel these feelings, right? Maybe we were abused in childhood. Could be physically abused, sexually abused, emotionally neglected. Whatever happened to you in childhood, you probably were suppressing these emotions. Or, when we are young, our brains are not developed enough to understand and make sense of what is happening to us. So we think that is our fault, and then we feel shame and we feel guilty about what has happened to us. But now we need to actually feel the feelings. If you felt abandoned, you need to feel like that. Feel the feelings. If you probably are sad, you probably feel lonely, you probably feel rejected, you probably feel neglected, you probably feel taken for granted, you probably feel used. Whatever you were suppressing or ignoring, or sometimes we are in denial about how we feel, the second step is to actually feel these feelings, right? Get in touch with your feelings. Feel the feelings, right? Next step is to understand the problem. Understand this problem in a logical way. Understand this problem in an unbiased way, where we might need to look at the point of view of maybe you and your parent, or you and your partner, right? We need to review our assumptions. Maybe we assume our parents did not love us. We assume our parents wanted bad for us. We might need to review these assumptions. Maybe your parents were just working long hours and they did not show up for you. Maybe your parents did not know that you had emotional needs. Maybe your parents were not aware of these needs. Maybe they thought genuinely that providing food, providing shelter, and your medical care, or whatever supplies that you need, were the only things that they needed to do. Maybe they genuinely thought that was enough, and they did not know that you had emotional needs. and that made you feel abandoned. And it's not that because they don't love you, because they probably were unaware, they probably didn't get that for themselves, they probably worked long hours, they probably got a divorce, somebody probably went to jail, maybe a parent died. You really need to review your assumptions, right? And look at the situation from a new perspective and different point of views, right? So you need to understand your problem from both sides. Fourth thing you need to do is to have compassion for yourself and have compassion for the other person involved, right? You need to validate your feelings, and you need to realize that feelings are not wrong. If you felt neglected as a child, if you felt that your parents did not give you the love that you need to understand that it's okay to feel shame, and it was okay to feel guilty, and that you were young and you did not understand or were not able to make sense of the situation. So you need to have compassion on yourself, and you need to have compassion for the other people involved, because nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. We have all been in dysfunctional families, toxic relationships, and unfortunate things always happen to us. Some of these situations we could not have control over, so we need to have compassion on ourselves for feeling the way we feel, and compassion for others involved. Next thing we need to do is to forgive ourselves and forgive the person that were involved. We need to release this hurt, and we need to let them go. We need to forgive and move on. We should not be holding resentment. We should not be holding a grudge. We should not be harboring bad feelings, carrying on this resentment within ourselves for many months and years. We need to forgive ourselves, and we need to forgive whoever else has been involved. Next thing we need to do, fifth thing, is to learn from these experiences, right? We need to learn how to be better. We need to also realize that we have gained information from acknowledging the problem we had, and from looking at it from both perspectives. So just to learn from the experience, understand and learn from the experience. You have gained information about yourself. You started to understand why you are the way you are, why you do the things you do. So you learn from these experiences. Sixth thing you do, be grateful and thankful for the experience and the knowledge and wisdom that you have gained, and be glad that you know how to overcome pain and you know how to overcome struggles. So you are thankful and grateful that you have developed empathy and sympathy for yourself and for future problems or for future people that you would encounter. So the sixth way or step is that you give thanks for your experience and the knowledge that you have gained and wisdom about life, about yourself, and about different situations and mental disorders. Seventh step, last step, is to transform yourself and be better. You might need to transform yourself, you might need to have rituals, you might need to have meditation, you might need to be more spiritual, you might need to be in a religion, you might need to be more mindful, you might need to find ways to be more peaceful. You have to change your behaviors. You have to change your behaviors to positive. If you are suppressing emotions, have a bad temper, or passive aggressive, or whatever, codependent, or you have an anxious attachment style, or you're avoidant or fearful avoidant, whatever it is, you need to transform yourself and to be better and to find better ways of dealing with these situations or these feelings and thoughts that may come up. So instead of suppressing Your feelings and thoughts, you might need to actually acknowledge them and feel them and express them. So you need to transform. That's the last step. So those are 7 steps. 7 steps that you could use to heal emotional trauma. So first, you recognize you have a problem. You are aware of this problem. Second, you feel all the feelings that is linked to this problem. Third, you understand the problem in a logical way and an unbiased way, accurate way. Fourth, you have compassion for yourself and for other people involved in the situation. And know that hurt people, when people are hurt, they hurt other people, and it's just passing down to the other generations. Fifth thing is to learn from the experience. You have gained knowledge about yourself, and you have gained knowledge about others, and now you can learn to be better. Sixth step is that you give thanks and you be grateful for the experience you have gained and the knowledge you have gained and the wisdom you have gained about life and yourself and about others, and you know that you can overcome pain. You know how to overcome pain and struggles in life, and you have gained empathy and sympathy for others, sympathy for others, and for yourself, and for future problems and future people that you would meet up on in life. Seventh step is to transform and to be better. So you might need to use rituals or meditation or mindfulness meditation or spirituality, or trying to be calm if you were really angry, trying to have a peace of mind. Whatever your problem is, you need to change your behavior to be positive and to find healthier ways with dealing with these negative emotions. So those are the 7 steps, and the 7 steps to heal emotional trauma. And the last thing I would say is to radiate the love that you never got. You probably didn't get enough love from our parents or our romantic partner, and we need to radiate and show that love that we never get to others and to ourselves. So those are the 7 steps to heal emotional trauma. I hope this helped, and see you in the next video.